Okay. So we are live today, and I want to definitely dive into really important topic that we already know. It's gonna be all about bloating because I know that we all experienced it at some point, especially if you are traveling, because it can be definitely taking a toll on your gut health, on your digestion, on your belly. But here's the thing: like there is a difference between occasional bloating and also bloating when it's super uncomfortable. And if you feel like you are bloated all the time, especially if it's paired with like other some symptoms like pain, severe crampings, or changing in your digestion, then it might be a sign that something's actually off. And that's when bloating isn't just annoying, but it could be pointing to something deeper, like maybe food sensitivities or intolerances or even gut health issues. I've been going through everything. So let me tell you all about my experiences and how we can fix the bloating. Um, let's first talk about why bloating is happening, what might be causing it for you, and how we reduce it. So, first off, bloating is when your stomach feels full, tight, gassy, or it can even look swollen. Sometimes you feel like you've gained a couple pounds or a couple kilograms, even if you haven't eaten much, right? If it sounds familiar, please let me know in the comments if you feel like you are bloated, if it's constantly or if it's like once in a while after maybe some food or so on. Let me know in the comments. Hi girls. If you are feeling bloated, and so we can dive into it. Basically, bloating is happening when the gas builds up in your stomach or in your intestines. I hate this word. Or if your body is holding a lot of water, and it can be triggered by poor digestion, water retention, or even types of food that you eat. So there's few reasons why you might feel bloated. First off, my favorite one is coffee on an empty stomach. If you didn't know this, let me know in the comments. But basically, a lot of girls that are coming to my program, or I used to do the same mistake, is we start the day with a cup of coffee the first thing in the morning. You wake up, you feel like you need a coffee right away. And basically, this can actually trigger the stomach to feel bloated because honestly, coffee is just stimulant and it stimulates the acid production in your stomach. So if there is no food to balance that out, it can irritate your stomach and it will feel like you are swollen, and it can also lead you to discomfort for the whole day, and it can also like impact your acid reflux or even bloating even more. So if you love your morning coffee like I do, try having a small bite of food before you're gonna drink it. It can be just simple like banana or just nuts or overnight oats, like a small Greek yogurt or something like that, because it will help you to digest the coffee much better and you will not feel bloated. So that's the first thing. Then, second thing, if you didn't know, let me know in the comments again. It's fasting and morning bloating. So if you are intermittent fasting to lose weight, but you're still waking up feeling bloated, even though you are eating less, but you still feel puffy in the morning, then it comes down to your water retention, especially if you are not staying hydrated during your fasting window. It's super crucial, girl. So when we don't eat for an extended period of time, especially if you are fasting for a really long time, your body can hold a lot of water and even gas if it's because you might be digesting the food a little bit slower now that you don't have anything in there, which again which can lead to bloating, especially in the morning. So my tip for you is to drink a lot of water, minimum of like 2 liters of water, to help with your fasting, to digest all the food. And also after the fasting, you need to know exactly what to eat to see amazing results, to not feel bloated for the rest of the day. So if you are doing fasting just randomly because you are like, oh, I've seen this trend on the internet, I'm gonna start fasting, but you don't actually know how to break the fast, then stop doing it. Stop stop fucking around with your hormones and with your digestion, because fasting is not actually going to help you with anything. It's just, if you are trying to lose weight, it's basically a calorie deficit. So you don't need to fast at all. If you're trying to lose weight, you just need to be in a calorie deficit. But if you are feeling bloated when you are fasting, then I would focus on breaking the fast with some healthy fats and some easily digestible carbs. Also, avoid some salty, heavy meals that can lead to even more bloating, because your body is, yeah, it's kind of like deprived from the food. So you definitely need to fuel your body properly. Then another thing, if you didn't know, is when you are sitting for really long period of time, right? So for example, when you are traveling, when you are sitting in a plane or car or train, we usually sit for hours, and this slows down the digestion because we are not moving much around. So after sitting for hours, your body isn't just able to move things through your system as easily as it would if you would get a workout in, if you would do the steps. So if you feel super puffy, or if you feel really bloated, especially when you are traveling or sitting all day behind the computer, just try to move around. So this is the fix. You just need to maybe go for a walk. If you are in a plane, you can just go for a walk, try to stretch when you are waiting, in the queue for the restrooms and stuff like that. Or if you are waiting in the airport, just try to get as many steps as you can, because that will help you with digestion. Generally, all the steps that you're going to make will help you with digestion. So these are non-negotiable, especially in my program. I want you to get your steps like non-negotiable, because it will help you with digestion so much. And also it will help you to burn some calories, right? So even 10 minutes in a day, it helps to reduce your bloating. Then another thing is change in your routine or diet. Again, it kind of leads to traveling. So when we are eating at different times all the time, or different foods all the time, we are just grabbing meals on the go, we are eating it when we are walking, or salty foods can make you retain water as well. So all this, when it comes to food, is causing bloating. Or not mentioning skipping meals or eating too late messes up with your digestive system as well, especially if you go on your vacation and you are, having the late night dinner by the beach at like 10 p.m. and then you come home and then you have a breakfast in the morning right away. Your body will not have time to digest everything. So that's why you might feel a little bit bloated. So the thing is, in here, if you go for some food, try to slow down, try to sit down, try to chew the food properly until it kind of like gets watery in your mouth. I know it's gross, but this is what is gonna help you to feel less bloated, especially if you are on a holidays, if you are traveling. I want you to also watch your fiber, because that will help you with digestion so much. So for example, you can get whole foods like fruits, veggies. This doesn't cost a lot, and you can just go to the supermarket, just buy some local food. It can be like broccoli, apple, mango is really good for digestion, or beans are really good. But actually broccoli and cauliflower can make it worse. So just script this. Just focus on whole foods when it comes to like fruit and veggies. Cucumber is a good one, or watermelon or mango, actually. So I would stick to those three. Then I want you to limit salty and processed foods as much as you can. Honestly, there is nothing wrong if you have it in moderation, especially when you are traveling, when you're on holidays. But if you go for salty chips at the airplane, you're gonna get all the pretzels in the airplane. These food, or maybe like a McDonald's because you are in a rush, these foods are in like high sodium foods, then again, it will make your body to retain all the water. So if you can try to balance your meals with like fresher options like salads or grilled proteins, grilled meat is such a good one, or eggs. I want you to also drink plenty of water to help flush the extra sodium out of your system if you're gonna go for these kind of foods. Then I want you to always eat probiotics on a daily basis, because that will help you with your gut health. It is actually probiotics your gut's best friend. They are good bacteria that will help you with the digestion and keep bloating under your control. Especially if you are traveling, just add them to your non-negotiables to have all the fucking time every single day. I honestly have probiotics every day together with magnesium, and that honestly helps me so much. Then what I do, for example, on a daily basis in the morning, just to help me with my digestion and my bloating, is drinking apple cider vinegar with water. I know it's a little bit disgusting, but it will definitely help you with the stomach acid, which means the food gets broken down more easily if you are drinking the apple cider vinegar, which will also help you to feel much better, and it will also provide you more energy in the day. So I am usually doing like a glass of water and then just um, like tablespoon or teaspoon of the apple cider vinegar, and it's super good. You can also add a little bit of salt for some electrolytes if you feel like you are out of energy and you need some boost. Um, I'm using this again on a daily basis, so it's super safe for the body. Then another thing is when you are experiencing bloating, I want you to ask after what food you are feeling bloated. You can just type it in the comments, like what food do you feel like it's kind of making you bloated? Because everyone reacts differently to certain foods. Some common bloating things include dairy and gluten. Especially if you have those sensitivities, you need to be careful what you are putting into your mouth. So if you notice that you are feeling more bloated after eating certain foods, it might be worth cutting them out totally, especially when you are traveling or when you want to feel sexy for your maybe dinner date and stuff like that. For example, what makes me feel bloated is artificial sweeteners. So just be careful about them. I can't drink Coca-Cola. I can't drink zero Coca-Cola, diet Coca-Cola, because they have artificial sweeteners. Some of the protein powders as well, they are super high in artificial sweeteners. So if any of the protein powder makes you feel like super bloated, maybe have a look at different brands, because no, you shouldn't feel bloated. Just like if you eat like 600 calories overnight oats with the protein powder, then yes, you will feel bloated because it's a lot of food that you're gonna eat at once. But if you, for example, drink a shake and then you feel like super bloated, then that's something wrong with the protein that you are consuming and your body doesn't want it. So just swap it for another protein brand, because not every single protein brand is the same. Then also what can help you, no, what will cause you bloating is also beans, broccoli, cauliflower. This is something that I was just talking about, or carbonated drinks. Again, if you are drinking a lot of sodas or if you are drinking a lot of like sparkling water, this can build up the gas in your stomach. So definitely listen to your body, pay attention to what your body is telling you to prevent bloating, because it is not normal on a daily basis to feel like super bloated. And honestly, these are my biggest tips when it comes to bloating. I don't want you to feel bloated. It's not healthy, especially if you are eating very low calories. We definitely need to focus on what food you are eating, and if you are chewing it properly as well. Then if you are drinking a lot of water, if you are having like specific time meals, that will help you as well, just so your body will kind of get used to those timings, and again, it will process the food much better. So these are all my tips. Let me know if that was helpful. Hopefully yes, and honestly let me know if you feel bloated, because we don't want to feel bloated. Like, you should supposed to feel sexy in your body all the time. And obviously, if you are eating like 3,000 calories, 2,000 calories, you will feel bloated at the end of the day. That's completely different if your stomach is full of food or full of water than if you drink just like a small shake, like protein shake or Greek yogurt, and then you feel bloated if you ate really small amount of food. So we need to pay a lot of attention to those two things. Why is it happening, and what can we do about that? If you have any questions, please let me know, because I've been going through bloating issues for a very long time. It comes down to the gut health issues, which we need to sort out together. So I hope that was useful, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon.